always had a word for me. Same word, different mouths. 30 years, same damn word. Teacher told my mama I don't listen, wouldn't bend. Wrote it on my paper like a sin is not a trend. Set me in the corner, said I never make it far. I just said that thing, y'all don't know what's stubborn all. Boss man at the plant said fix your attitude to leave. I left, found another job before it could believe. Didn't fight him, didn't beg it, picked my jacket off the floor. Every man who tried to mold me caught me walking out the door. And yeah, maybe I was difficult, I won't pretend I wasn't. But difficult and broken ain't the same, and most folks doesn't know the difference between a man who won't and a man who can't. I could be, and I just decided early that I wouldn't. And I shake it, called it stubborn. I call it mine. Every room I walked into, somebody had a plan for me. Every hand that grabbed my shoulder had a version they could see. Soft and quiet, easier, just go with the flow. They said I smiled and nodded, but I went home and stayed exactly who I was instead. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. They tried to fix it, ran out of time. 30 years of pushing, couldn't move the line. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. Every crack they found, I feel was fine. What they saw was broken, I just called it Zion. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. She said I love you, but you never let me in. Said the wall around me was the biggest kind of sin. I held her hand and said I know you right, I do. But that same wall kept me standing every time the world fell through. Lost my daddy at 16, had to figure out the math. Nobody drew the road for me, I had to make the path. And every time I got knocked down, and everybody stared, this stubborn, that hard-headed thing, but the only one who cares. So yeah, I don't move easy, no, I don't change on request. Put my hands on my own choices and I sleep without regret. Call it what you wanna call it, give it any name you choose. But the thing you keep on calling stubborn is the reason I didn't lose. Didn't lose the house and the money, tried up bad. Didn't lose my name when the whole town said I had. Didn't fold when folding was the obvious. Easy play, stubborn, kept me in the game with smart men, walked away. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. They tried to fix it, ran out of time. 30 years of pushing, couldn't move the line. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. Every crack they found, I feel was fine. What they saw was broken, I just called it Zion. Called it stubborn, I called it mine. You know what's funny? They all gave up on changing me. Every single one of them. Teachers, bosses, people I loved, all of them. Eventually just stopped trying. And I used to think that meant I failed somehow, like I was the problem that nobody could solve. Then the hard years came, and I watched people around me, people who were flexible, agreeable, easy to shape. I watched them fold, and I was still there. Not because I'm strong in some poetic way, I literally did not know how to quit. That's it, that's the whole story. What they call the flaw was the only thing that kept me home. So I'm done apologizing for it. I'm done explaining. It's mine, they named it, I'll keep it. Every scar from every person who tried to soften me. Every argument I had with someone who thought they knew better. Every door I walked through after someone told me don't. That's not baggage, that's a record. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. They tried to fix it, ran out of time. 30 years of pushing, couldn't move the line. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. Every crack they found, I feel the spine. What they saw was broken, I just called it Zion. They called it stubborn, I called it mine. They spent 30 years calling me stubborn like it was a flaw. Turns out it was the only thing about me they couldn't break, couldn't buy, couldn't borrow. just educated. Started with a handshake and a dream I couldn't afford. Signed my name on dotted lines I probably should've ignored. Business went sideways round the second year in. Lost the money, lost the partner, lost some so-called friends. Relationship before that, Lord, I thought she was the one. Turned out I was more in love with who I thought she'd become. That ain't a fault. Took me 2 years after to admit, but I cataloged the lesson and I filed that shit. Bet on the wrong horse, not once, 3 times, maybe 4. Trusted somebody's word when I could see cracks in the floor. Every single time I fell, I laid there in the wreckage, running inventory on exactly what the damage is. Not crying, not angry, just sitting at the kitchen table with cold coffee, counting what I still got left. And turns out what I got left is more than what I started with. Just different, cause winning feels good, but it don't make you sharp. You can win 100 times and still fall apart, but losing rearranges something in your chest. Makes you study what went wrong till you know it like a test. And I know it, oh, I know it now. Learn more from losing than winning never taught me. Every L I took came back and found me. Expensive school, no campus, no degree, but I'm the most educated man you'll ever see. Losing taught me what I'm willing to bleed for. Show me who was standing in my door. Winning just confirmed what losing proved first. I learned more from the loss, yeah, I learned more from the worst. I learned more from the worst. There's a version of me from 10 years back. Thought losing meant you're broken and you can't come back. Thought winners had some secret I was just too dumb to find. Spent real time feeling sorry, wasted a lot of mine. But I started noticing something after the third collapse. Every man I respected had a story full of gaps, full of failures they don't post about, don't put on the wall. But it's exactly those damn gaps that make them stand so tall. The deal that didn't close taught me how to read a room. The girl that walked away, man, that one bloom slow. Took 3 years to see it clearly. I didn't lose her, I grew what I thought I needed, and what I needed outgrew me. That's a harder truth to sit with. I'm still sitting with it. Every scar's a chapter, every chapter's in the book. I don't hide the losses, man, I let them all get looked. Cause the losses wrote the map that got me standing here. Show me somebody perfect, I'll show you somebody scared. And I ain't scared, not anymore. Learn more from losing than winning never taught me. Every L I took came back and found me. Expensive school, no campus, no degree, but I'm the most educated man you'll ever see. Losing taught me what I'm willing to bleed for. Show me who's standing at my door. Winning just confirmed what losing proved first. I learned more from the loss, yeah, I learned more from the worst. You know what nobody tells you? A man who never lost anything doesn't actually know what he'd fight for. He thinks he does, he'll tell you he does, but he's never had to find out. I've had to find out more than once. And every single time I thought that was it, that was the thing that would finally break me. It didn't. It just taught me something. Most expensive education on earth. No refund policy, no transfer credits, but I graduated. Hell, I'm still graduating. And I wouldn't trade a single class, not one. still learning. Yeah. Know what's funny? Never been the type to make a scene let go. Yeah. Never been the type to make a scene when I go. No table flip, no voice raise, no putting on a show. Just pack what matter, left the rest right where it lay. Didn't even lock the door, what's the point anyway? Y'all was so damn busy running your own noise. Didn't notice when the one man holding it together lost his voice. I was there every Tuesday when the truck broke down on Route 9. Every December, every deadline, every can you just one more time. Fixed the leak in the ceiling you kept forgetting to call about. Cover shifts nobody wanted, never once made a fuss about. Required work don't make the highlight reel, I guess. You only count the hammer when the nail ain't hit yet. And I didn't write a letter, didn't post nothing online. Didn't need a witness, didn't need a sign. Just walked out like I walked in, steady without noise. But something changed in that room the minute I destroyed my habit of coming back. Left quiet, no speech, no slam, don't know goodbye. Left quiet, but the room went loud the moment I stopped showing up, stopped picking up, stopped being the flow they walked across. Left quiet, cost them more than any noise I could've made. Left quiet, and the silence finished what I never said. Week 1, nobody noticed, or maybe they didn't say. Week 2, the work piled up and nobody knew the way. Week 3, somebody's asking where's he been, ain't seen him round. Week 4, the whole machine grinding on the ground. See, I was the kind of man you forget when he's there, and remember every single day when the chair's in the air. Not cause I was special, hell I wouldn't claim all that. Just cause I showed up when everybody else fell flat. You don't miss the well till the water's gone dry. You don't miss the quiet man till the quiet amplifies. Every room I used to walk through got heavier somehow. Like the air itself, remember what it lost and how. Didn't need a curtain call, didn't need applause, didn't need a reason that you'd even pause to think on twice. But absence has its own kind of language, and mine don't come with subtitles. Read it when you can. Left quiet, no speech, no slam, door, no goodbye. Left quiet, but the room went loud the moment I stopped showing up, stopped picking up, stopped being the floor they walked across. Left quiet, cost them more than any noise I could've made. Left quiet, and the silence finished what I never said. You know what's funny? I spent years being the person everybody needed, and nobody thought to ask if I was alright with that. Not blaming anybody, I just got tired of being furniture. Useful, always there, and invisible till something needed fixing. So I left. No announcement, no dramatic exit. Didn't even cry about it honestly. Just stopped opening that door. And somewhere between the second and third week, I heard they were looking for someone to do what I used to do. Couldn't find anybody. Turns out that one quiet man was holding more weight than a room full of loud ones. That's the thing about quiet people when they go. They don't make noise on the way out. The noise comes after, and it doesn't stop. Finish what I never said. Everybody told me which one. I heard them. Picked the other one anyway. Yeah. Stood at there. Yeah. Stood at that fork somewhere around midnight, gravel under my boots. Both roads going somewhere, but only one felt like the truth. Safe road, had the street lights, had the guardrails, had the signs, had my mama's approval, and about 17 good reasons why. But something in my chest kept pulling left when they all said go right. I stood there long enough to watch 3 other men take the easiest side. Watched them drive off comfortable, watched them wave, watched them smile. Thought about it, I mean really thought about it for a good long while. Then I stepped off the edge of what I knew. Not because it was easy, not because I had something to prove, just because I could have spent another year pretending that the safe road was mine. When every mile on it felt borrowed and every mile on it felt like a lie. They said, son, don't do it. They said you got too much to lose. I said, yeah, I know. That's the part that made me choose. I traded the safe road for the right one. Harder every mile, no regrets every mile. Both things true at the same time, yeah. Safe road leads somewhere, right road leads to you and you. And this context is me finally being who I'm supposed to be. Traded comfortable for honest, traded easy for mine. Every single mile of it worth it, every single mile, every time. Now the right road ain't pretty, let me be straight about that. No street lights out here, no guarantee way to get back. First 6 months I questioned it, not gonna pretend I didn't. Some nights I sat in the truck just wondering what I was giving, cause the safe road was still there, I could see it from where I was standing. Could've turned around, hell it wasn't like nobody been demanding. But turning back with a minute admitting something I can't unsay, that I knew the difference between right and safe, and I still chose the safe way. So I kept going, didn't feel brave doing it, felt heavy. Felt like dragging something through mud that wasn't ready. But mile by mile the weight started feeling different. Less like a mistake, more like the first honest thing I did in a minute. Everybody want me about the cost, nobody want me about what I find when I stop being lost. I traded the safe road for the right one. Harder every mile, no regrets every mile. Both things true at the same time, yeah. Safe road leads somewhere, right road leads to you and you. And this context is me finally being who I'm supposed to be. Traded comfortable for honest, traded easy for mine. Every single mile of it worth it, every single mile, every time. You know when nobody tells you about the right road, it doesn't feel righteous. It doesn't feel like a movie moment. It just feels quieter. Like the noise you've been carrying finally stops. Not because things got easier, but because you stopped lying to yourself about what you wanted. I wasn't the guy who had it figured out at the fork. I was just a guy who couldn't take one more mile on a road that wasn't his. That's it. That's the whole thing. Harder every mile, no regrets every mile. Those two things can both be true, and they are, and they are, and they are, and they are every mile. Every mile. I traded the safe road for the right one. Harder every mile, no regrets every mile. Both things true at the same time, yeah. Safe road leads somewhere, right road leads to you and you. And this context is me finally being who I'm supposed to be. Traded comfortable for honest, traded easy for mine. Every single mile of it worth it, every single mile, every time. Every mile, mile. Every mile, mile. Safe road still there, I could see it from here. Just not going back, not 1 mile.